How many people has this government been able to lift out of poverty in 3 years?
Okay. So the question is, how many people has this government been able to lift out of poverty in 3 years? I expect figures, numbers, and I expect how the government was able to pull the figures and the number of people out of poverty. But instead, explanation. Now, let me do the job so that it can be easier for us to know exactly what was promised and what was delivered. I searched Nigeria poverty rate in 2022 and I have the results according to the National Bureau of Statistics. Nigeria's multidimensional poverty rate in 2022 stood at 63%, meaning about 133 million people lived in poverty. Nigeria poverty rate in 2026, and I have the results. Nigeria's poverty rate is estimated at 62% to 63% in 2026, affecting roughly 140 million people to 141 million people. The question that was asked, the results is that Nigerians have not been pulled out of poverty. They have been pushed into poverty more. And as a matter of fact, when we are talking about economic reform, the idea of Mr. President is against the economic reform that will pull people out of poverty.
If we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the country.
We believe that to have more purchasing power is a way of pulling people out of poverty, is a way of having a buoyant economic reform that will make positive impact on the people.
The G program, which is supporting farmers. We've also done, over 600 billion in cash transfers to be able to support, vulnerable Nigerians within 3 years. Yes,
600 billion.
Over 600 billion.
How many households have been impacted?
So we have reached slightly over 10 million, about 10 million households.
And that's going to be about 14 million things, or 40 million based
on four per family.
I proceeded and I checked comments under the video. So when I went through the comment section, let me read out some of the comments to you. The first comment on my list says, how many of those families can feed for themselves from the cash transfer they received from the government? This is a total waste of resources with no data to back their claim, because nobody has ever come out to say he or she knows anyone that has received cash transfer from the government. The cash transfer policy of APC is a pure scam. The second one says, these leaders aren't just corrupt, they also lack competence on how to run a country for prosperity. Only massive economic reforms with specific targeted social programs pulls people out of extreme poverty, not just claiming to have shared bara to few unconfirmed people. Monies paid to people in the form of giving to beggars can never lift anyone out of poverty. Proper structure that allows people get loan and enabling environment to live and do business is the only way. FG should stop wasting our common wealth. The last one says, this lie is unprecedented. Just because you are privileged to be appointed You have the effrontery to lie to Nigerians. You assumed we are fools to believe these reports. Is this how we will continue while the masses of our people are struggling to eat a meal a day? And I searched, are more Nigerians being pulled out from poverty since 2022 till now? The result is that no, more Nigerians have not been pulled out of poverty since 2022. Instead, the number of people living below the poverty line has increased. Please, if you don't have anything to give us, keep quiet.